My name is Dr. Joe Bertone. I've been a veterinarian for more than 40 years now. I have written multiple journal articles. I have spoke in almost every country in the world where there have been international meetings. I've done well over 300 presentations. I have over 100 first author articles and book chapters. And what I'm here today to do is to talk to you about this, what I think will be a groundbreaking piece of equipment in veterinary medicine and really help the health of the horse and increase the ability of owners to own horses at a better price point and issue, as well as to reduce outbreaks, help with outbreaks of certain infectious diseases, etc., like nothing has ever happened in the past. And one of the things was I had moved to Colorado to basically, kind of do the things I wanted to do. And then a friend put George in touch with me, and I decided to help George do this. What happened is that 40 years ago again, someone told me that someday we would have this technology, and I told them it would never happen. And that's what drew me out of I won't say that. That's what drew me out of my time in Colorado to come and help get this done. And what this unit does is it provides a diagnostic technique next to horses that's probably the most landmark thing that's been done in as far back as I can possibly remember. Maybe the second thing behind this would be ultrasound and radiology done in the field. Basically with this, one of the biggest problems veterinarians have, especially equine veterinarians, is that they work in the field, they collect their samples are sent to laboratories to be analyzed, and it could take days to get results. We can see this when we have closures of facilities like Del Mar Racetrack, where we're at right now, that we had to wait for results before you could move on a horse, or a horse could move out of Del Mar or whatever because of an infectious disease. And this happened at Santa Anita, and it's happened in multiple racetracks and stable facilities across the country. So what I can do really simply is, rather than collect the sample, put it into, go back to my office, have it sent off, wait a week for a result, and that result costs much more money. What I can do is take the horse, I can draw a blood sample, I can do a nasal swab, I can grab some feces, load it into a cartridge, put it in this machine, and have an answer in 20 minutes, which makes a huge difference for veterinarians. We were recently at the equine practitioners meeting. We interviewed several people who said the same thing, that this would be a landmark, because again, I can do this horse side, I can apply therapy. Versus in the past, I have to take that sample, it takes days and days to get the result, then I have to come back. So the owners spent quite a lot more money, and also the horse has gone a period of time without treatment that it ought to get, other than the emergency treatment that it needs. So I'm really glad to help this project. One thing that's really important, obviously, is income, and we don't talk about those things that often, almost as if we're embarrassed about it. But the reality is if I took a nasal swab for this horse, sent it off to not counting anything else, the test alone would cost me almost $100 for the test. And that doesn't include the time to pack, the shipping, and everything else. And so usually a doctor has to break even, has to charge somewhere in the area of $175 to get one sample done.
Omnibox changes the way you care for your family. What do you do if one of your children wakes up feeling sick? In a world of heightened contagion, do you keep all of them home? In order to know what the problem is, you'd have to go to the doctor, potentially be exposed or expose others to a virus, get a test, go home, and wait a couple of days for a result, if you could even get a same-day appointment. Omnibox is your affordable, private, at-home platform. Purchase the box, then just go to the drugstore and pick up the cartridge that's specially engineered to treat the infectious disease you're concerned about. Then simply walk into your bathroom and pop in a cartridge. Open the app on your phone to verify and run the test and get a result in 15 minutes. Through your app, you can send the result to your doctor immediately, who can decide what you need. Then, just pick up or have your prescription delivered and you're on your way to recovery. So, how does Omnibox work? We combine standard microfluidics with the most inexpensive amplification technique. This combination produces the least costly way for the cartridge to interact with the instrument. We can't disclose all of our secret sauce, but it embodies a unique configuration of reagents. Our reconfigured system allows us to develop any test in no more than 4 months, so we'll be able to be responsive to any new condition that appears. In the case of COVID, antigen tests typically can't detect the virus for the first 2 days, which are high in contagion. Our nucleic acid amplification test lets us amplify the targets billions of times, allowing us to detect a very low viral load at its earliest stage. Yesterday, we had to go through waiting, testing, and inconvenient and expensive office visits just to find out if we had a virus. Tomorrow, with your partnership, we will use Omnibox. We're at the forefront of the movement to empower people to make their own medical decisions. Join us to develop a better tomorrow.